Welcome to Sound the Bells, a holiday salute to service presented by the United States Army. As we come together as a community and as a nation in a year like no other, we hope this program fills you with joy and thankfulness in celebration of the most wonderful time of the year. Hello, I'm Joe Mantegna. I want to welcome you to this special holiday celebration featuring the U.S. Army Field Band. Throughout our nation's history, our men and women in uniform have served during all seasons. We'll celebrate and honor their service through the music by the soldiers of the Army Field Band and hope that your celebration this holiday season is filled with gratitude for all those serving in our communities and with joy as we celebrate the holidays with our loved ones. You can never be too old to enjoy the magic of Christmas. Watch as the U.S. Army Field Band shows us how nice it can be to receive a little holiday help. Every soldier has a story. This holiday season, turn to the veterans in your family and community and ask them to tell you a bit of theirs. Take a moment to listen to the voices of ordinary men and women who did extraordinary things in service to their country. This year marks the 75th anniversary of the end of World War II. From 1941 to 1945, millions of Americans deployed overseas, and many paid the ultimate sacrifice. Their stories are carried on by the veterans who returned home. Harry Miller, an Army veteran of the Battle of the Bulge, recalls his time in Belgium, 1944.
Name is Harry F. Miller. I went into the Army in 1944 when I was 15 years old. Even when I was a kid, everybody wanted to be a fireman or a cowboy or a policeman or something. I always wanted to be in the Army, and I suppose it was because we had a small Army post in my hometown. Go down to the recruiting office. He said, well, all you need is a birth certificate. Told him no birth certificate, and they said, oh, no problem, it happens all the time. Went in, took basic training at Fort Knox, Kentucky. After that, when I went overseas, went over as a replacement, went into the 740th Tank Battalion, and I was assigned to the assault gun platoon. The weather was just real damp and cold. There was no way you could fight that. You just had to dress as warm as you could and hope that you made it through that kind of weather. Not too far around Christmas, the Germans had come through, and we found out that they were very close to us. And down the road came the 1st SS Panzer Division. We knew that the 1st SS Panzer Division was well known for being some bad actors. Anyway, we came down, the first tank came around this curve and sighted the first German tank. They fired, and the round ricocheted off the road and went into the underneath part of the tank. Next tank came around that curve, and he ran into the 2nd German tank, and he fired and knocked it off. And the 1st SS Panzer Division turned around and headed back the way they came. And then they went over and took over the sanatorium that's right in the middle of town. We found out that inside the sanatorium, remember it was around 100 people. So when we freed them, they were, of course, very happy to be free because they had made it through that. In the first half hour of combat, our outfit with trash tanks stopped the SS Panzer Division, and we thought that was pretty good. Christmas was just another day to us because we were so deeply involved. We did the same things on Christmas as we'd do any other day of the week. You knew everything about everybody, and all 5 of you knew where the other guys came from, what their likes and dislikes were. We got along fine, just like brothers. And I guess that's what we were, really brothers. Pretty touching stuff for me. It really is. I've made interviews, many interviews like this one today, and I never had any problem, except I get emotional. And it drives me nuts. Sometimes I wish it wouldn't. I think about the guys that are killed. And that gets to me. These guys, 18, 19, 20 years old, that will never be older. I see these poor guys standing there by those crosses. What are they thinking? Is it worth it? I don't know. As far as my being sorry, no, I wasn't sorry that I did what I did, and I'd do it again. Well, I'd do it again if I were that age. Now I'll give you an example. I went out to a tank farm down in Virginia. And, if you want to get in a Sherman tank, I'd love to. Okay. Took 3 guys to get me in it and 4 to get me out of it. And even today, little kids walk up to us when we go back to Belgium. They all want to talk to you. And they shake our hand and thank you for my freedom. Thank you for my liberation.
Private Angus Turnbull of the Highland Infantry. In Flanders Field I fought the Hun, and there I fell, but I've a tale to tell of the Christmas I witnessed at the front. 'Twas early Christmas morning when we heard the strangest sound. Silence crept through no man's land, and the next we knew, a German gunner crew had crossed the halfway line to shake our hands. We were enemies one day and brothers the next. We shared photographs and beer and schnapps, jokes and cigarettes. 'Twas a sight I wish all mankind 3 days we played football, 3 nights we drank and sang, till it came time to say farewell. Then we went to ground, each side fired 3 rounds. Just like that, we all were back in hell. We were enemies one day and brothers the next. We shared photographs and beer and schnapps, jokes and cigarettes, and we showed the world that peace was not a dream. That Christmas 1914. 2 weeks later I was buried while the war ran on and on, till 30 million lost their lives. But don't weep for me beneath this poppy field, for I saw paradise before I died. We were enemies one day and brothers the next. We shared photographs and beer and schnapps, jokes and cigarettes, and I came to understand what Christmas means. That Christmas 1914. Stille Nacht, heilige Nacht, alles schläft, einsam wacht, radiant beams from thy holy face, with the dawn of redeeming grace. Christ the Savior is born. Christ the Savior is born.
The Army Field Band spends almost 100 days on the road each year, performing across America and around the world to bring us all closer together by telling stories of service through music. Since March, they have continued to connect with people despite being unable to travel, bringing hope to millions through their daily online broadcasts from their home studios.
Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring, ting, tingling too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, let's go. Let's look at the show. We're riding in a wonderland of snow. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, it's grand, just holding your hand. We're gliding along with the
On behalf of a grateful Army, we thank you for watching this special holiday presentation by our soldiers.
Your U.S. Army has been hard at work this year, from COVID-19 response and hurricane relief to ongoing operations throughout the world. Soldiers continue to demonstrate their commitment and professionalism each and every day. Please keep our soldiers in mind as you celebrate safely with family and friends.
May you have a wonderful holiday season. Take care and God bless. People first,
Winning matters,
and we remain Army strong.
Out of all the reindeer, you know you're the mastermind. Run, run, Rudolph, Randolph's not too far behind. Run, Rudolph, Santa's gotta make it to town. Oh yeah, Randolph, he can hurry, he can take the freeway down. And then away went a Rudolph, whizzing like a merry-go-round. Said Santa to a boy child, what have you been longing for? Oh, all I want for Christmas is a rock and roll electric guitar. And then away went a Rudolph, whizzing like a shooting star. Run, run, Rudolph, Santa's gotta make it to town. Oh yeah, oh can't you make him hurry? Tell him he can take the freeway down. And then away went a Rudolph, whizzing like a merry-go-round. Said Santa to a girl child, what would you like most to get? Oh, I want a baby doll that can cry, drink, sleep, and wet. And then away went a Rudolph, whizzing like a saber jet. Run, run, Rudolph, running like a son of a gun. Oh, run, run, Rudolph, running like a son of a gun.
I'm Colonel Jim Keene, the commander of the United States Army Field Band. The United States Army Field Band has been around since just after World War II, 1946. So next year, 2021, will be the 75th anniversary. And it has a unique ability in using the power of music to tell American sons and daughters that there are opportunities in the Army to serve their country. It's also important to thank veterans, those people who have served our country. Let them know that what they have done, the sacrifices they have made, are important. Typically, we're traveling, visiting gymnasiums, schools, concert halls, putting on multimedia productions. You know, 2020 has been different, but for the field band, it was opportunity. Through the pandemic, the Army continued working in COVID operations, being not only protecting soldiers and our civilians. Now, of course, Army soldiers are in charge, responsible for a vaccine deployment for the American population. It's you know, we knew that we had to do something extraordinary. It's kind of incredible that our unit has produced more performances than any other musical organization in the world. And that kind of pace can only be done if you have the best soldiers. People is what makes our Army great. It's certainly what makes our ensemble and our unit, the field band, great. When we play music as a member of the armed services, and when we have a uniform and we're performing music, you know, we channel an abstract concept, an idea that can't be really sent in any other way except by art. And when you tell a story with music, you can bring people into the feeling, the emotions. You can actually become that service member. And music is uniquely able to do that. And we recognize through every note that we play the people who we represent. During the holidays, we think about family, naturally. And we also, over the last 2 decades, our Army has been deployed. And we remember during the holidays how kind of profound is their service. And so when you get a chance to perform music that represents all of this, there's something that emerges that is quite powerful.
Whether through serving in the military or serving in our communities, we can choose to be good to one another. This holiday season, we hope your celebration is filled with joy and also with gratitude for all those who served in our military, past and present, to keep our country safe. We hope the music and stories of these soldiers has given you a gift of inspiration and hope to cherish this holiday season.